Welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Sellssi. And as we get more reactions to the purported Black Stars final list, an itinerary of sorts on how the Black Stars will begin camping and where they will begin camping has been revealed by the Vice President of the Ghana Football Association, Otto Addo. After the service held over the weekend at church, he revealed in an interview how the Black Stars are preparing in earnest to name the final squad and the itinerary in terms of where they'll be camping and the progress so far with monitoring and securing the camping locations. We're also going to talk about Coach Otto Addo, and it has been revealed that he will give his final squad list over the weekend and he will explain it. We'll look at the details into that as well. We'll also be talking about Otto Addo again and calls for him to be honest if there are interferences. As Akono has revealed in recent times, there's an open secret that there are interferences in call-ups. We just wish a coach would be bold enough to say it when it is happening, and he will have our support in terms of tackling it, hopefully. We'll look at all that today. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. Let's bring it home. Sahara Football has been nominated as one of the best sports channels on YouTube. Sahara Football, you can vote using the link, and I'll leave instructions on how to vote at the end of today's video. We are also buying our merch. Purchase any of our Sahara Football merch to help us get to Doha, Qatar, and also to help us cover the World Cup for you in a way like you've never seen it before. Last night was quite heated. Jeffrey Schlup's management said Kelvin Richards, who is part of the management of Jeffrey Schlupp, issued an apology, I think a couple of hours ago. He says, "I love my country, but I hate the system. The right people never get a chance. Good luck to Ghana." Quite contrast to what I posted yesterday evening, considering the fact that the player he wanted to be at the World Cup was not taken to the World Cup, and it really pained him. But in retrospect, he probably has seen he went a bit overboard with the wording of his language. He has issued an apology. Talk about Coach Otto Addo and calls for him to explain the call-ups when it happens. This weekend, according to a management committee member who is in the person of Dr. Randy Abe, Otto Addo will reveal his Black Star squad over this weekend, and he says it will be by a press conference and he will explain why he called up some players. Now, the FA's Executive Council member Randy Abe has said Black Stars head coach Otto Addo will explain his final squad for the World Cup on Sunday, November 13th. And now the Black Stars are expected to officially begin preparations for the World Cup in the United Arab Emirates on November 14th, 2022. Now, according to Randy Abe, the FA will hold a press conference for Otto Addo a day before the team's preparations start. This is what he said. "I'm a member of the Executive Council, but I'm not aware of the final list. When they are ready, they will tell us and they will let us know. The Ghana camp opens on 14th, but I think there will be a press conference by Otto Addo on the 13th, he said on Metro TV's Good Morning Ghana. Now, per the FA's itinerary, all players and technical team members are expected to report on November 14th, which is the deadline set for national teams to announce their final squad for the World Cup tournament. Although the final squad is yet to be announced, there are several reports making the rounds as players are being told via phone calls that whether they will be in the team or not. So we are still closely monitoring that, and that is based on that those reports are coming out that Jeffrey Schlupp is not in. Afena Jan is also another player who has missed out. Also, Joseph Paintel, another one that has missed out. Reports are making the rounds on that. I think these are all rumors and counter rumors. Let's wait for the official communication. I have decided to hold information I get in that respect. Let's wait until the final list is out and see what exactly happens. Otto Addo will name his squad. He'll explain it. That'll be the first time he is doing that. It will be interesting. Even in Brazil, there is a debate ongoing. Some people don't understand why Firmino was not in the squad. They will take Richarlison start and Gabriel Jesus start, and they look at it and they don't understand why this person is not going there. He says the outrage on social media is unwarranted and we should trust the coach. We'll see about that. Also, Vice President of the Ghana Football Association, Otto Addo, outlining the preparations for campaign for the Ghana Black Stars. Let's have a listen to him.
And I read this week, some of the technical team will be declining. I call Abu Dhabi to prepare. We be called Doha. It be called Abu Dhabi. Doha no more prepare for team no. So a bit may do her later next week. And it be so called for Abu Dhabi for pre-campaign to preparation. And by all means, how can they go so? Technical teams go so. And I mean, child is our name last, so you release 55 provisional squad. And by next week, we'll be released the 26 now. So as FIFA required, then we know our team that will be going for the battle. Say you do Francebia, you do 13th, 14th, I will game 17th. The 17th, exactly 7 days in your boy first game. And if you hope any echo, you be brave Abu Dhabi. Your boy game you entry and yes, that's how one day near back to your to Doha.
We had him there. There will be a delegation sent to Doha, a delegation also sent to Abu Dhabi where they'll be having their pre-tournament camping. Then ultimately they'll play Switzerland, who have officially released their final 26-man squad for the World Cup. So we'll be following it closely and letting you know how things go on that front. And finally, a plea has come out to Otto Addo to come out and speak if there are interferences in the Ghana national team. Now, this is from Sadiq Adams, a seasoned journalist, a senior colleague. I really like him for saying this because the truth is that if Ghana does not do well, the buck ends with the manager. Yes, he can say that there were influences, as CK Akono did. As I said, then after I said when CK Akono revealed that information earlier this week, I felt it was sort of cowardly. In that instance, when the interference was going on, if you really cared so much, if you really wanted Ghana to do so well, you probably should have put your foot down or make it official and quit and not proceed because you are not doing your best work. Now go judge you based on that Ghana job and see that you did not have the best of results. You know the reason why you did not have the best of results, but then you did not make it known until you left the post. Well, we are all different, so I don't expect everyone to do things like I would do or any other person would do, and I think he might have his reasons. But if there is something going on with submission of names and with the call-ups and interference, Otto Addo, this is the best time for you to tell us. Be bold to speak against any interference is the call coming in. He said, be bold to speak if anyone is influencing your call-ups, he said. We don't want to return from World Cup for you to say something else. Speak now or forever hold your peace because you would have lost the trust by then. Yes, CK Akono's comments have brought this on more, and it's clear that there is always some sort of politics, some sort of angle being trying to get or gotten in the call-ups. Everyone has their favorite, everyone has the player they want to be in the tournament. Speak up now, Otto, or forever hold your peace. We hope you do not let us down. A lot of people trust you, some did not. But then they went ahead and agreed to trust you to do their job. Not that we had a choice, but we do trust that you do the right thing. And it doesn't look like that looking at some of the call-ups that are being made. We just hope that when a push comes to shove, you can't put your foot down and let the world know that interference is not making you do your job well. Hence why you probably will be stepping down or calling or lack for no interference, or else you will quit. I think this will help us and will go a long way to help us in the World Cup by itself. So that has been it for today. Talking to you about Otto Addo naming a squad this weekend. He's set to name it and he will explain the call-ups that he makes. Also talking about the itinerary for the Ghana Black Stars in terms of camping for QATAR 2022. We've also been talking about Otto Addo standing up and making it known if there are interferences in the call-up. Rumors are making the rounds. Sadio Mane could be out, whatever. we are still monitoring it closely. It's not 100% certain that Mane will be out of the World Cup. We are still monitoring the situation. He did suffer an injury last night, but nothing is set in stone. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a video of how to vote for Sahara Football to win the Sports Channel of the Year. Enjoy the rest of the week. This is the voting procedure. After clicking on the link that has been sent to you, you tap on the Vote Now button at the top of the screen, which has been circled here. After that, you move on to the place or the category you want to vote for. This case, YouTube Sports and Gaming, Creator of the Year. Scroll down, select on Sahara Football, and then scroll further down to tick on Submit to Vote. It's as simple as that.